and it's through. Well, that's soul-destroying for the Adelaide Crows.
Oh, and might they be happy, the Carlton supporters. Once again, the indecision handball. Will I or won't I? There were two players clear of him for a kick, and I guess you can always see it from higher up above. But the most impressive thing about that was the finish. He didn't panic. He only had one chance and about a half a second to do it, and he's gone and done it very well. It's a really nice finish, that.
Brett Ratton's doing a very clever rotation. Got O'Halpin on Rutten at the minute, but what he is doing with a small forward line, he's forcing Rutten up the ground to centre half back, and Ben looks a little bit uncomfortable there.
And Eddie Betts got him that time and brought him to ground. One Carlton, the free kick, and it went from there. So it's the Blues by 39 points in the last 3 minutes of the half. Dangerfield spreads it for Doughty. Adelaide really could do with a couple of goals in this period. Now McLeod, and he kicks it in the Burton direction. Couldn't quite get the hands onto it. Carlton with numbers around the footy. Hard for Adelaide to get it out. Ball up.
You grabbed that at the same time, Chris.
Petrenko taking a long time to pick himself up for the Crows. I think he might have had the wind taken out of his lungs in a collision there. Umpire Mollison bounces it. Warnock with Cruiser off the ground, and Warnock finds himself with the footy a second time. Andrew Walker brought down. So within a kick of goal for the Crows in the last 2.5 minutes. 39 points to pull back. They've faced a tall order here.
Over the top, Burton, Edwards, big ball to be won. And it's a rugby-like scrum, in and under, lurching from stoppage to stoppage as we count down to half-time. Judd, 15 disposals, McLeod, 16. This is Walker, Blues with numbers. Can they clear it? Over to the first gamer, White.
She did that well, didn't he?
Gibbs. Now Walker again, been impressive down back. Betts takes the mark.
It's almost since Thornton and Wade out, it's become responsible, Walker, hasn't he? He's just said, I want the footy all the time.
Played at centre-half back last week when they played against Essendon and did really well there.
They've gone the overhead play early in the last 2 minutes.
They have. Call's gone out. Jamison, last line of defence. Just short. Walker again. Plenty of the ball. Hugs the boundary line. Kick to a 2-on-1. Murphy outnumbered. And Lucas sees it over.
I think we should have a competition, Tim. The club that comes up with a signal that's not holding the ball in the air to slow the game down.
What can you do with it?
I think... Well,
put it between your legs or something?
Yeah, no. Pull up your right sock or your left sock.
Tip it to Vince.
Pull out your hanky and blow your nose?
Just
I don't know.
Hacks it in the air. Big fly. 2-on-2. Portlesia hasn't seen much of the action today. They need a lift from their forwards in the second half, Malcolm. Portlesia and Tippett.
Yeah, they're not getting a lot of good ball because it's been overused, I think, in the midfield.
Spins back into play. Burton forced in the ruck contest tonight. Here's a chance. Over to Dangerfield. Off a step. Just whacks it on the boot. And misses to the right. It's been the story of this first half for the Crows. Inaccuracy costly.
2 goals in the first quarter, just 1 in the second, and that came after a double 50-metre penalty. So Carlton brought it upon themselves to a significant extent. Blues being careful here, but that's a nice kick from Jamison to Betts. And it's very much ball overhead time now to Murphy. It's a little dangerous. He just couldn't quite cling on. Crows a chance. And they'll get a free kick. Dangerfield, I think, will receive it. They run on now, and Tippett puts it in a good spot. Half volley for Burton. The swinging left footer is hammered through by Henderson. So it's a behind, and the margin stays beyond the 6-goal mark in the last half minute. Stand on your toes and hold the ball overhead now at full arm's length.
Gibbs needed to find a target and did. This is Henderson. Handful of games for the Brisbane Lions in his 2 years on the list. Goes up the line, looking for O'Halpin. Judd's in there, no surprises. Shovels out the handball. Comes to Riley though. Free kick, it's been paid. Well, Douglas wanted to go on with it. And there won't be time here for the Crows.
There won't be time for Carlton either, because there is the siren.
More than 30 years ago, a well-known and respected architect transformed the swampy lands of northeast Florida into one of the most recognised golf courses in the world, along with the most feared hole in all of golf. Once a year, this setting plays as the most colossal home ever to welcome the wonders of the game. This is no mere stage. This is theatre in a stadium.
Good line, oh my goodness.
Here, golf's world-renowned perform at the highest level.
Another one of those shots of destiny.
All are sure to awaken the roars, shake the foundation of this architectural masterpiece. An enormous challenge empowered by them. For them, customising the marquee for its grandest spectacle. For 72 holes, these stars will compete amongst and against one another. All looking to raise the Waterford Crystal. This is their tournament. This is The Players, live on Fox Sports.
This midfielder has been a Western Bulldog his entire career. In a season, he'll have more than 400 handballs, up to 250 kicks and lay 100 tackles. And today, we get under his skin.
Under your skin with Daniel Cross.
You've got some pretty big personalities at the club, of course, Acker and the addition of Barry Hall this year. Where do you fit into that?
Certainly when it comes to training and playing, I'm very focused. When it comes to downtime and we're away from the club or we're in the locker room, you know, I like to have a laugh just as much as the comedians of the group.
You're part of the Bulldogs leadership group. What responsibilities does that bring with it?
My main role is out on the training track and game day and setting the example and helping out the young guys come through and giving a bit more back to them.
You had a great year last year, but injury threatened your finals campaign. Take us through that.
I went up for a mark and came down, fell on my right ankle awkwardly. The next night I had an arthroscope to remove that, and then 2 weeks later I was playing again.
To speed up recovery, you've used an ice chamber. What else helps you get back on the field quicker?
Yeah, definitely my game ready machine with the ice. Skins is a fantastic product.